council's authorized seasonal part-time help, so even if that was at $8.50 or $10 an hour, now that's gonna be even less. That number's gonna go down, not up.
I'm talking about the wage over here, then you take the three people, add up their wages, you don't come up with $24.15.
Which three?
That's an average.
Well, that's, and also Dave doesn't, he applied the wages to the machines, didn't you? I mean, like the John Deeres, you didn't put yourself on the John Deere,
Just on part of the maintenance, my wages
just on maintenance and
the,
stuff.
75.
on the C-75. I don't know what the John Deere's, I know.
I realize that, but this $24.15 was applied to the John Deere's,
Correct.
and that is not a true figure.
Well, if this guy isn't here, you're gonna have a $10 an hour guy, so then that one's gonna be lower.
Well, how come why are you talking about $10 an hour guy? It's just these here three guys here.
Well, you've already said you're gonna have.
Seasonal help.
Seasonal part-time help to mow.
I'm talking about this contract here with this Meyer. We had to come up, the city has to come up 10% less. And by the figures here, they didn't come up 10% less. And if you add the 2014 wages, it's even more.
And they're saying not if we have a part-time person mowing, then it will be less.
But we weren't talking about a part-time person. We're talking about hiring Meyer for the mowing. You're not talking apples and apples here.
I guess
But what you have to show, Mr. Colvinson, is that by subcontracting, you can save 10% or more.
Exactly.
And when I looked at it, I was relying on your actual numbers that could be verified, and I have no reason not to. I have no reason to question the numbers verified. I think they're accurate, so we're using actual numbers, not hypothetical numbers of an employee that may or may not mow.
But when it's all added together back here, $24.15. They can add them three together at the wages here, and then divide it by 3 and see what you get for a number. You get about $28, $29 average. And then you go back in here per hour. And that raises the whole cost to the city. That cost to the city is $2,058 a time versus $18.95 for Meyer. So if you add them wages in, that this increases on the 2014. We're comparing apples to apples now. Here, this is 2013 wages.
right, but we're saying if Kurt's not here now, so if we're gonna mow, and if we don't have enough people to do it, we're gonna get, they're recommending part-time help, that's gonna be a lot cheaper than the $19.25, so that number actually goes down then.
If you get part-time help.
Right.
But we're talking about this bid,
Right, and that's in 2014.
right?
I'm talking about in 2014.
Okay, then why wasn't this average pay divided out between the three and come up with a figure?
Well, Dave's not gonna.
I went on the
mow
high
anymore.
side.
Dave won't be doing the mowing that Kurt was doing.
I realize that.
So if he's not doing it, then you wouldn't use his wage.
But you did here,
No,
that didn't come in, that come in at $24.15. The actual wage here was $25.51.
No, we took an average of Kurt Courier, Dave Howell, and Roger Knudsen's wage. We took those three and divided by 3 and used that average
for the John Deere.
for the John Deere.
Well, that
For the John Deere, that's where the 24.15 was in.
wasn't even put on here. Why didn't you say that?
No, it's all right here.
Yeah, but, and you said it, I think you said it here also, on the front, here's where the 2415 comes in.
Yeah. But then for 2014, the average wage per hour increases, and that you didn't take into account.
No, because like we're saying, if we still don't have full-time help and we're gonna use part-time help, this number won't be 2415, it'll probably be down in
It's
this,
21.06.
yeah, so it'll be
If
less.
you use part-time help.
Correct.
But now we're talking about comparing the two mowings. The Public Works plus Myers. That's what we're comparing now, aren't we?
Right. Is Kurt gonna be here in 2014?
No.
Okay, so someone cheaper will be doing that job, so that average number will be less. I went with the high side and still came under the 10% savings. Or either that, or I'm not understanding this question, because, I'm sorry,
Well, aren't we not comparing Myers bid and the Public Works? That's what we're talking about right now.
Right.
So what I'm talking about, if you're gonna compare apples to apples, you're gonna have to take 2014 wages per man hour and put it in there and make a comparison. And that over here is gonna bring it up to about 22,000. That's a big difference. Did any of the rest of the council members figure that out?
Yeah. I appreciate the work that you've done here, Dave. It's very good. I do question though, why were we bidding 113 acres when there's 136 acres of mowing?
I don't know, I didn't do the bid.
That was a decision that Roger and I
Those
presented to the council.
Those are the areas that you recommended to us.
That Roger and I sat down and said, these are the areas that we want to cut. And we left some of them out because we felt that the guys should do some of that work. That's what we presented when we showed the bid sheet to the council, the whole bid
Okay.
RFP packet that the council approved.
And why does this airport equipment question get entered now when we've been talking about this for over a year?